in remembrance of Miss Aretha Franklin.
Knew you'd be a vision and why? How'd you get your pants so tight? Don't know what you do, but you must be living right. Uh-huh. Oh, we got some places to see. How about a romance with me? Jump in, ain't no saying, take a ride in my machine. Say the traffic's going way too slow. Hop on in and let's go. Go, go. We're going riding on the freeway of love wins against our back. We going riding on the freeway of love in a pink Cadillac.
This is Miss Patti LaBelle saying that was nice. That was so nice. But let's sing the actual theme song to the show. Hey, 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 hey. It's the Joel and Randy show. Hey, all you bitches and hoes. It's the Joel and Randy show. I'm sorry, Aretha, that you have passed on. That you have passed
too.
on.
And I'm sorry you rolling in your grave
I'm
right
sorry.
now too.
But it's Patty's turn. Hey, you bitches and hoes. It's the Joel and Randy show. All tea, all shade. And it's Texas made. It's the Joel and Randy show.
I don't know which one of us bitches was more off key.
This bitch here.
I want to
This bitch here,
ask
I was
for
channeling.
forgiveness from any fans of
You know, I was channeling.
Aretha Franklin or Patti LaBelle.
I was channeling Patti LaBelle, but all I got was Fred Flintstone. That was the best
Girl,
I could
I
do.
wanted to turn that damn channel.
Welcome to the Joel and Randy show.
Hey, y'all.
I'm Joel Tatum.
I'm Randy, and you know what? I am mourning the loss of the Queen of Soul.
I want to tell you something. Last week when we did the show, we did it on a Wednesday. That was the day before Miss Franklin had passed away. Now,
Yes,
I know
indeed.
some of our friends went, wait, y'all killed... No, we didn't.
We did no, and
Always-
of course y'all know we didn't kill Aretha Franklin.
All we said was that we knew where she was. We knew that she didn't have long for this earth. We didn't know she was going to be gone the next day.
Well, Lord, she was on her way out.
She was on her way,
We knew
that. We knew she was on her way out. So we said what we said, and we meant it. We love this woman.
Yeah,
We love this
she
woman.
was a major part of my life growing up.
Mm-hmm. But Randy, the funny thing is that the very next day, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even think about what we had said the day before until I was watching something at work on Fox News. Oh, good Lord, Fox News! I don't know how you bitches just
Shout out to Fox News.
mess shit up.
Say that.
Here was.
It is the no spin zone.
Yeah, here was what was supposed to be a very nice tribute to Aretha Franklin. And there was Patti LaBelle in the background. There was Patti LaBelle in the background.
No shade, Patti.
And let me tell you something. Before any of the stuff hit the internet, I was at work doing my thing. The TV was on. Everybody was watching a little tribute on Fox because we just happened to flip channels, and we went, we'll stop and take a look at it.
No spin.
One of my guests who was sitting at the bar said, wait a minute. Why is Patti LaBelle in the background in this picture? And I looked and I went, oh my God. These people think that Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin are the same person.
No.
Yes,
No.
ma'am.
No.
Yes,
no.
ma'am. Now, here's the thing.
No. Ain't
Here's
nobody
the
that
thing.
damn stupid. Nope.
Oh, you wanna hear how stupid it really gets? Later on, when people started to notice that was Patti LaBelle in the
They had killed
background,
Patty.
Fox News put out a statement and said that, oh, we're sorry, we didn't realize what was going on.
Bless their hearts.
But that was at a performance at the Grammys when they performed together. Now,
oh no,
they never performed together.
They never performed at the Grammys.
They never performed together at the Grammys.
They never performed ever together, as far as I know. Not even on Divas Live back in the day.
Yeah. So Fox basically said that two black women. I'm like, no,
they're killing two black women.
They killed one.
Why they got to be black women?
Because I'm sorry, it's not like they had Scarlett Johansson in the background when it was Aretha Franklin's thing. Oh, good Lord, no. It was Patti LaBelle. You know, if I was Patti
Why
LaBelle...
they gotta be black? Anyway.
If I was Patti LaBelle, I would have called Fox News and said, bitch, I'm not dead. Why am I... What?
Why?
Why did you
Fox News?
Why did you do this?
Why?
Oh, my God.
And you know what? I didn't hear nothing about it.
And, you know, like I said...
They call it the no spin zone, but somebody was spinning in the grave, and it was Aretha Franklin, God rest her soul.
Exactly. And you know, part of the show that we did last week, when I was trying to explain to Randy that there was a slight rivalry between Patti LaBelle and
that's what he had said.
Aretha Franklin.
And now,
and then it turns out that there was a slight rivalry, whether it be fun or whether it be serious, because you know, divas
don't. Real divas don't play.
Real
they
divas
don't like
don't
to
play.
be called divas either.
Real divas don't play.
Patty doesn't like to be called a diva, and Aretha didn't necessarily hold that title to her heart because she was like, y'all are trying to throw.
But I have to say that.
A diva.
But I have to say that I might have thought that she might have enjoyed it a little bit. I mean, this is the queen of soul.
Enjoyed it. She enjoyed it.
She was the queen of soul.
One can, but you know, sometimes when you call, she did enjoy it because she made that commercial where she was a diva for Snickers, which was so cute. But she knew that there are negative connotations when it comes to being a diva, and you know.
But I have to say that I want to tell Randy, I told you so, bitch. There was a rivalry. There was a slight rivalry between the two biggest divas of ever. And when I talk about divas, I talk about it in the gay way. You know,
of course,
gay men love their divas.
Oh yes,
being a diva in the gay world is a compliment.
It is a compliment.
It is a compliment
people, for sure.
For gay men, it is a compliment.
Yes,
it is.
And I hope y'all didn't hear that. My digestive system just said, anyway. But you know,
it was meant to be a compliment, and the fact of the matter is that, like I said, like I wanted to tell Randy, and I couldn't think of Patti LaBelle's name last week. I'm sorry, it was a little bit too much Texas tea.
Patti LaBelle.
It was Fox News managed to find her and put her behind Aretha Franklin on her tribute. How dare you? How dare you, Fox News? Good Lord, y'all just.
You don't need to mess that up. There are black people who work at Fox News, so don't be reading Fox News like they're all white folks.
If there were,
either
the black people were going, oh, this is going to be a serious laugh.
A black woman has a show on Fox News.
This is either going to be a serious...
She just was not in the room at the time.
Obviously, she was not in the room at the time. Because
she was busy doing her makeup. That woman is a beautiful girl. She's flawless.
But she obviously was not in the room at the time because she would have been able to point out and go, that's not Aretha Franklin.
She would have cracked some faces, honey.
She would have said, no, that's not Aretha Franklin, that's Patti LaBelle. Don't do that to Patti LaBelle.
She would have cracked some white faces like kabuki masks.
But in this first half hour of our show, we're going to talk about divas just for a little bit because
sure.
The VMAs happened over the weekend, and you know.
See, I did not see the speech that Madonna made, but I heard that she had said, now listen, first of all, y'all need to stop with this bullshit in Washington with this damn investigation. I'm tired of it because y'all are messing up my goddamn TV shows, okay? When you interrupt Inside Edition, you are fucking with my news. That is my news source. And don't be chiming in and breaking in on Inside motherfucking Edition. Because I missed the Madonna shit, and that was my chance. I have a routine. I do things every day almost the same way. And then you going to break in and tell me something about some goddamn Paul Manafort like I give a shit about that motherfucker. Tax evasion. Bitch, there are a lot of people who have been tax evading for a long time, and I don't care. Put that motherfucker under the jail. I don't care. Just do not interrupt Inside Edition. Because then you fuck me up, and I missed Madonna's bullshit. And all I heard was Madonna said I 57 times during a 10-minute speech about a woman who was a true legend, a true icon. This bitch in a moo-moo and some bad braids. I don't know what the hell was going on.
What the hell was she doing with the braids,
What
girl?
was she wearing?
I have no idea. The woman just turned 60. You are not.
I don't care.
The
That
woman
doesn't mean
just
you need
turned
to
60.
sit down in a moo-moo. You need to sit down and retire, Madonna. If you can hear me, bitch, I know we're playing in England, so I know you live there.
Bitch, she's Madonna.
And look, you need to sit your tired, wiry, powdery, white ass down.
Okay, first of all, here comes the rebuttal. I am a huge Madonna person.
He is a Madonna fan.
I am a Madonna fan. I have been a Madonna fan for years.
I'm an off again, on again fan of Madonna.
But I honestly have to agree. If you're going to do a tribute to someone, you don't make it about you. You don't spend the entire speech making it about you. Now, unless you learn how to make it about you while still putting her in the context of
was she ever even in the same damn room with Aretha Franklin?
I don't even know, girl. I don't even know if Aretha Franklin even gave her the time of day.
Aretha Franklin may not have said anything nice about Madonna. You know, she
may not have.
There was that interview where they said, "How do you feel about Taylor Swift?" She said, "Oh, she wears nice gowns and dresses." Girl, you know what that meant. She didn't mention anything about any kind of talent. And frankly, Taylor Swift, you know who you are, bitch. Why don't you get some goddamn auto-tune and take your ass away as well, please?
But you know, the young gays love Taylor Swift.
I know.
I don't know
Shout
why.
out to the young gays who love Taylor Swift.
She's
a good songwriter. But not all songwriters can sing.
Yeah, exactly.
Sell your songs. You ain't Dolly Parton.
But I will say this, the VMAs for the Divas, and I will say the Divas, Miss Jennifer Lopez, who was all over the place. Girl. That bitch was all over the place. Her medley of all her songs on that stage.
On the VMAs.
Was amazing.
I didn't see it.
Amazing.
I love Jennifer Lopez. She's a consummate star.
49 years old and tore that stage, made those young girls on that stage look foolish.
That bitch is beautiful. She's a star. And
she is a star.
She has done something. Look, but no, she just exercises all the damn time. She keeps a good regimen. I bet that bitch has egg whites on her face right now. Laid up. Just relaxing, keeping the gravity. You know, I laid back and I said, lay down.
But it was really about the divas. And when I talk about the divas, I'm not talking about the Ariana Grandes. I'm not talking about the Taylor Swift.
Ariana Grande is a real, true, professional singer, though. And Taylor Swift can kiss my left cheek.
This is a conversation.
I'm not talking about the one on my face. She's not a real singer.
You know, here's the funny thing. Don't you find it funny that last week we were arguing about Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera?
We're not going to argue.
This week we are arguing about
we're not arguing.
Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande. No, she can't sing.
Ariana Grande, Latte, whatever. That bitch.
The bitch
can
with the
wail.
ponytail can wail.
The bitch can wail.
The bitch
she
can wail.
Get right up there with Christina Aguilera, who
Mhm.
is a brilliant singer.
Mhm.
Something's fucked up in her life. I don't know what it is, but anyway, that's her personal shit. But when that bitch gets on stage, that bitch can sing.
That bitch can sing. That bitch knows how to wail.
Wail.
Knows how to wail. And Ariana Grande is in that same category.
Shit.
That
You better
bitch.
believe it.
I watched this bitch on Saturday Night Live
Oh,
doing musicians on. They had a skit on for Pandora, which was hilarious because she was singing all the females sing from Madonna all the way down. She was imitating all these voices, and that woman can sing. She is 20-something years old.
yeah, she's 25 now.
25
She's
now.
a grown-ass little girl. You know, because I'm sorry, I can't say a grown-ass woman because I'm 50 and shit. I could have a child her age. She is a little girl. I could have a little... If I had a little girl, I would want her to be just like Ariana Grande. And if I had a little boy, I'd want him to be just like Bo, my driver today with Uber. What a sweet man. 23-year-old. Honey, he was just a puppy.
Was he?
Yeah,
You know, when
as sweet as he could be.
When I pulled him up...
Shout out to Bo.
Shout out to you, Bo. If you are happy to listen to this...
He'll be listening to it next week.
And I will tell you this. When you popped up on my little Uber thing, and I
Or
said, Randy, Bo will be picking you up. And I looked at that cute little pic. He is a cutie. Just a little cutie.
I know. And he's gay. Oh, y'all.
And he's 23.
When I heard he was gay, I was like, you sweet little man. I didn't say
Just
that.
the sweetest little thing.
Oh, like a little puppy.
Just like a little puppy.
He's here from Beijing.
Is he?
And
Oh,
he
my
just cheesed. Bitch, he cheesed like a motherfucker when I said, welcome to America. Because you know what? Most people say, get your ass back to your goods. But I'm not that girl. Because I know he got here illegal. Bitch, you don't come here illegal from fucking Beijing. What the hell?
But
ain't nobody trying to swim across the Rio Grande from Beijing.
But it was
but you have to keep it a little controversial.
It was all about the Divas this weekend. And let me tell you something. Miss Madonna, I'm your biggest fan on the planet. But come on. You just had a wonderful thing where you did the Met Gala for her 60th birthday was amazing.
I didn't see that
amazing.
What
and
was
then
she wearing?
we'll
have to look at it.
We'll have to look at it. But you go on the VMAs and then you just make it all about yourself.
But
girl.
did she do it on purpose? Because we know one thing about Madonna. That bitch knows how to commercialize and publicize and get herself seen. Don't think for a second she may not have done that on purpose.
Well, of course, this is Madonna.
And it did not blow up in her face because guess what? We're talking about a 60-year-old ass right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's been talking about her for the last day and a half. So
and whether it's good. Oh Lord, excuse me. Whether it's good publicity or bad publicity, it's publicity.
It's publicity, and Madonna is the queen of the machine. That is publicity. Remember, when we were children, she made that video like a prayer, and then she was banned from television. They banned her commercial that she made, which was not that controversial. Come on, Catholic Church. You've seen worse.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Seen
I'm
worse.
just throwing a little bit of shade.
Oh, you should throw a lot of shade, girl.
Well, you've seen worse.
Oh, by the way, speaking of the Divas, here is something that I picked up a little while ago. Miss Alyssa Edwards from RuPaul's Drag Race.
For some, when he said Alyssa Edwards, I immediately thought of Alyssa Milano, and then I'm like, wait, brain. He's talking about that little pea-headed drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race who looks like Barney Fife when she's out of drag.
Well, here is what that little Barney Fife is doing outside of drag now.
Oh, girl, you know what? She might get a box cutter and cut me.
She might. She's that bitch.
I'm not scared, bitch. You're slack.
Oh, by the way, she's not that far away. She's in Mesquite, Texas.
I will fall on you like a safe.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, don't mess with me.
She is in Mesquite, Texas. She has a little docuseries on Netflix that will be coming up. That will be a 9-episode docuseries.
Get out of here.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, good for her.
Good
I
for
think that's
her.
fabulous. Girl, get you some business acumen.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's right, girl. You need to take your 15 minutes and turn it into 20.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what she has done because she landed a little thing on Netflix. When you land something on Netflix, that's a
Girl,
big
you
deal.
have landed.
You have landed. Girl,
Shout out to Alyssa Edwards. I'm so proud of her.
I
really
am. But, I thought that she was like from Kentucky or something like that. But she actually has a dance studio in Mesquite, Texas. Mesquite. Now, this show is grounded in Houston, Texas. And honestly, Mesquite, Texas, I'm like, what is that? Is that like...
She's lucky to be alive in Mesquite, Texas. She better not show up at the local bar and drag. You stick to Barney Fife when you go to the bars, girl.
Mm-hmm. But she has a little thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't she in transition?
No, she is not in
okay,
transition.
okay.
No, she is not in transition. She is
The last time I saw her, she looked...
she?
Girl, I'm just saying the last time I saw her,
so.
she did a guest host thing where she was choreography. She was doing choreography. And she looked like she might have had a little work done.
So
like she was trying to transition. Like some bitches we know named Caitlyn.
Mm-hmm. But
Ain't enough surgery in the world, girl.
And since our show is based from Texas, we do have to give out a little shout to her because... Let's give out a little shout
out to Mesquite. Y'all need to...
y'all have become very progressive, I guess. If you have Alyssa Edwards having a dance studio in your little town...
Y'all need to be appreciated for that. And... respected, because I had no idea that a girl like her would not be run out of town on a rail.
Now, she was in the pageant scene for quite some time. Was she
a pageant coach? Because I know the best pageant coach. We both know the best pageant coach in the state of Texas, Miss JJ. Girl, that's when Joel and I met. Jay was there back in the day. Girl, that was a long time ago. Now, I'm not saying I know him because I'm very reticent to say I know anybody whom I'm not in contact with for more than 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, but I will say he's a very nice man and he's at the top of his game. And I wonder if he knows Alyssa Edwards.
Oh, I wonder. He probably does.
He might.
But, something happened, by the way. Something happened at Miss Gay USA of Texas. Not too long ago. In fact, speaking. First runner-up decided to give a slap to the winner of Miss Gay US of A of Texas in front of cameras.
She popped her?
Popped the girl.
In the face?
In the face.
In
the face. In the face. And it's like, bitches, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Stop. I
think they're doing what other pageant queens wish they could do, but in this case, these are pageant queens.
Now, I don't know the full story. So, all I know is that
this is not your mama's pageant.
All I know is that I really expect us to do better than that.
Oh, I don't. I want us to do just that bad.
To do better than that, because
no girls continue slapping each other. I like that. That's the shit.
Because
girl, that's the shit. That brings your ratings up, girl. No, Bert Parks has been dead a long time, honey. He wouldn't officiate that show anyway because that motherfucker. Well, he was too. I don't mean no harm, white people. He was too cracker to officiate anything that's a gay pageant. But you know what? Put it on a Ritz, bitch, as far as I'm concerned.
But I watched a little bit of the YouTube video. This bitch walked up to her and just went slap. It was just slap.
Ooh, I'm
like, what the hell just happened?
No,
and then
I
it was
love
another
it.
queen in between trying to keep them off of each other and this and that. And I'm like, so Miss
keep them off each other.
Miss Gay Texas.
A
you don't
whole
do-
thing was started
I
behind
guess
one
so.
slap.
I guess so. Because
Girl, it was a slap heard around the world.
Yes, ma'am. Because I'm like, oh no, you didn't, bitch. No.
Oh, see, that's
Your
my
first
kind of
runner-up,
queen.
bitch. Just accept the fact that you were first runner-up, and the
No,
winner
girl,
was
Don't
whoever.
accept it. Slap a bitch. Slap a bitch. Next year, first runner-up, slap that motherfucker.
Is that going to be a part of it?
If you think you should have won,
Mm-hmm.
pop that bitch.
Well, you know, with the bathing suit competition being taken out of
Pull
most
out her
pageants,
tough girl. Just fuck her up.
make it a free for all, girl. Make it a free for all. Just go. That bitch won. Smack.
Snatch that wig, girl. Snatch it.
Girl, that was shameful. It was funny. It was funny as hell. I will admit, it was funny as hell.
It was everything.
It was funny as hell.
Work and sleep.
I know. This is the kind of lives that we lead. You know, I'm getting ready for vacation. Vacation's all I ever wanted.
Girl, this woman is singing again. She better stop.
You know, I'm sorry. I have to admit it. I don't know what we were thinking last week when we were. Oh my Lord! I cannot believe that Miss Aretha Franklin passed away the day.
Girl, we did not kill Aretha Franklin.
We did not kill Aretha Franklin. She was.
My sister said we killed. God rest her soul. And we need to stop because this woman would not appreciate us talking about her like that.
Well, I have to say this: if you saw the memes that I saw about what Fox News did. Girl, they had everybody from Scarlett Johansson to, oh my God, Medea. You really put Medea on in remembrance of Aretha Franklin with Medea's face. Oh Lord. I realize that Fox...
Tyler Perry's mug is cute when he's out of drag. He is kind of cute in a weird way. Tyler, I just want you to come on out that closet, girl. I know.
Girl, he is too into the church. Girl, he is not
girl,
coming out.
Excuse me.
He is
you
too
can be into the church and be gay. I don't know what's going on with that. Tyler, there ain't nothing wrong.
There ain't nothing wrong.
We love you.
Tyler, come on.
Love you. Come on, girl.
We have already heard the stories. We know. Girl, we
knows.
know. Girl, we know. And I say,
when you come out, bring that little short motherfucker Tom Cruise with you. Because we're tired of that shit. He's trying to act like he don't know that people know. That
you know, Tom Cruise wants to play a superhero now because it's all about playing superheroes in movies now.
With his
Now
little Scientologist ass.
He wants to play a superhero
Well,
now.
he's not going to.
Oh, he might.
Because we don't do superheroes in heels. Because that bitch is short.
Yeah. Is he? I think he's, what is he, 5'4"?
I think he's like 5'5".
5'6".
Nothing wrong with 5'5", 5'6". But Tom Cruise, sit your Scientologist ass down and shut the fuck up, please. Because don't nobody want to hear about that alien bullshit.
Nobody don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. You know,
keep your thetans to yourself, motherfucker.
Oh, good Lord.
That's what they call the aliens. They're thetans.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Thetans?
Yes, Queen.
Why do they call them thetans?
Because that's what their name is.
Is that what their name is?
Girl, don't get me started on those motherfuckers because they stupid.
Girl, we're gonna have to take a little break here because
we are. Because I'm gonna have to make some tea and organize my narrative.
We're gonna take a little bit of a break. We've gone through the Divas section of the show.
We haven't.
But I will say this once again.
We're gonna
I will say this once again.
News.
Miss Jennifer Lopez, bitch, you turned it out,
girl,
bitch.
I'm gonna have to pick it up tonight on YouTube, honey, and watch.
Please pick it up because I watched it on YouTube and that bitch turned it up. She did all her medleys from all the songs. Well, she got a Video Vanguard award, and I'm like, How do you get a bit of a Video Vanguard Award for just shaking your ass in every video that you've ever done?
Excuse me.
That is
your
not.
ass looks like that. Girl, you better ask somebody. I don't know.
Girl, that's not. That's not a Video
And
Vanguard.
excuse me, it
If
is
that's
the MTV Award.
If that's the best ass through the centuries, then that's fine.
It is.
But by the way, it is.
It is.
It's amazing.
Kim
ass.
Kardashian, girl.
Girl, you on nothing on that.
Sit
down.
Sit down on that.
Miss Lopez was already.
ass.
Yeah, Miss Lopez was doing that before you. And,
Lumpy dumpy.
and she'll be doing it at 6. That bitch will have a fantastic ass at 60.
Have you seen her mother?
Yes.
Her mother's gorgeous.
Yes.
And fit.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
Yes. That's
All
one of the
We're
fruit.
going a little break. Joel's all up in that.
Yes.
Microphone girl.
But we're going to take a little bit of a break, girls. So we'll be back in a minute. Do your thing, because we had to do our thing. We'll see you in a bit. By the way,
music.
no, we're not playing any music. This is the part where we have to,
yes.
Speaking of pageants. Speaking of pageants.
I know a lady who has won a pageant, and she's fabulous. She continues to be fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Debbie Sue Hickman, honey, and she is Miss Georgia Canned Peaches 1983. And we're about to hear a little bit more of her story.
Yeah, exactly, because you need to hear her story. This bitch has got it going on, girl. So we will see you in a bit. Bye, y'all.
Lord, I can't believe she's gone. She's gone, Earl. I can't believe it.
Who?
Well, who the hell's funeral are we getting dressed for? Eugene.
I never thought you liked Eugene.
Eugene Emery was one of my best friends.
You say that about all the women in your life.
Well, they're all my best friends. There's a lot of room in my heart, Earl. After all, I am a beauty queen.
What does that have to do with anything?
Earl, I have a soft spot in my heart for all women. You know, it's hard to be beautiful, have everybody trying to emulate you and look up to you. You have to let them know that you care and that you understand the plight of the ugly.
Well, you're just as sweet as you can be.
Well, I am Miss Canned Peaches after all. Ain't nothing sweeter than a peach shug. Okay, Miss Canned Peaches, honey, she's a mess, but we're also a mess because we didn't get here as quick as we thought we didn't get back.
We did not get back in time.
But we are back, and it's nice to be back, and we're going to do a little gay news, honey. We're going to try to keep it as gay as possible, but there's so much news.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, good Lord. Go ahead, girl.
So we're going to talk about, just for a moment, memorial. Lord, okay. My reading glasses need to be adjusted. A memorial set up for veterans in the LGBT community, and they're being recognized at Frank Moulton, AM Post 66 in Palm Springs, honey, has set it up so we can have a memorial to appreciate gay and lesbian, trans men and women who have served in the war. And I just think it's fantastic. Because their families can mourn properly the men and women in their lives who were gay, lesbian, and trans, who did contribute to the war, and it really makes a difference. I know people say they're people just like everybody else. Yes, they are. However, they couldn't be like everybody else in the military, because even though they're making strides in the right direction to make us feel, don't ask, don't tell doesn't exist anymore. However, there's still that stigma that comes with coming out of the closet in the military. And so they need to be recognized. And I look forward to the day that we don't have to recognize them as homosexuals and just as soldiers. But that day is going to be a long time.
I will say this. The fact that there is a memorial to gay and lesbian, transgender people in the military who have fought and died for us,
Yes.
is much needed.
Yes.
Has been much, and is needed in the gay community.
Oh,
it
yeah.
really is needed
It is.
in the gay
It is.
community. So we can recognize what we have done, what we have
Right.
contributed.
And there are children out there
Mhm.
who will be inspired, hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
to excel,
Mm-hmm.
to do more,
Mhm.
and to be themselves
Mhm.
behind knowing that
Mm-hmm.
there's an appreciation
Mhm.
for us as human beings, not just as homosexuals, but
Mhm.
it honestly puts a human face
Mm-hmm.
on our struggles.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so-
And as one who is black male, we now come around to the idea of recognizing black people in all the wars that have ever been served in this country. We have served in so many wars in this country.
Girl, black people
And
served in the Civil War.
Yeah,
What you talking
exactly.
about, Willis?
Exactly. And to come back and have to deal with a society that wasn't,
Girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Imagine though,
Mm-hmm.
being now we're just editorializing, of course. Imagine being gay
Mm-hmm.
in the Civil War.
Yeah, exactly. Or in World War One, or
Or
in World War
any
Two,
war.
any war.
Because you have
Mm-hmm.
this innate inspiration,
Mhm.
if you will,
Mm-hmm.
to serve your country.
Mhm.
You have to serve your country. Yeah.
And we've had to keep it on the down low for God knows how long, and to have a monument
Yeah.
dedicated to gay and lesbian soldiers is the proper thing to do.
And it's pivotal
Mm-hmm.
in our history.
Mhm.
It really is.
It makes us a part of American history,
Exactly.
which we've always been a part of American history, but just like the down low thing, we've been a part of American history since the beginning of American history.
Oh,
and
of course.
should be recognized for
Girl.
being that.
Yeah, and the truth is,
Mhm.
guess what? Gay people are everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You think we are only 10% of the population. We might even be more than
Speaking of gay people are everywhere,
that.
girl,
Mm-hmm.
Malaysia, it ain't cute.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to be gay.
Are we talking about the caning in
I wouldn't want to be Geisha in
Mm.
Malaysia.
Mm.
Kuala Lumpur, honey. There was a bar that was raided.
Mhm.
20 men
Mm-hmm.
were detained
Mm-hmm.
and ordered to be counseled by the Federal Territory Islamic Behavior Department.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, counseled.
Mm-hmm.
In other words,
Mm-hmm.
killed
Mm-hmm.
by the federal department.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
You'll never see these people again.
Mhm.
These men are dead.
mm-hmm.
Because, you can't be gay just old anywhere.
No.
And I wish we could. And you
Mhm.
know what? Girl, that's like we were talking about on a prior episode
Mhm.
about how bartenders were heroes back in the day
Yeah.
for us. Imagine being a bartender at the Blue Bar. It was called the Blue Bar. And it was raided. Imagine being a bartender there and dying behind it.
You know, we did talk about this on another episode.
Oh, we did earlier.
We did talk about this, but we talked about it from a different level. We did talk about the fact that this is what happens when you allow a religious group
Mm-hmm.
to
rule a
rule
country.
a country, which is why we
And
do
we
not.
are blessed. We are blessed to live in America
Mhm.
where we can say,
Mhm.
you know what, we have religious freedom.
Mhm.
But you know what?
But we did talk about this for a little bit because the thing of the thing of it is that when we see like the president's religious freedom initiative, all those other things, I'm okay with that on a certain level.
Mhm.
If you had people of different faiths who are a part of that group,
Well, I
but
don't
when
have
you
a
have
problem. I don't have a problem with it either. If you
But
have
when you have
people with
nothing
different
but-
faiths.
But when you have nothing but evangelicals, and we talked about this, when you have
Mhm.
nothing but evangelicals
Yeah.
leading a group like that causes a little bit of fear.
And even
Mm-hmm.
listen. Even folks, people who know evangelical people
Mm-hmm.
know that I don't mean no harm, evangelical people, but y'all are crazy as hell.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want you. I don't
So,
want you in any part of government trying to kill.
You go off and
You don't
do
have
your thing.
And you know the funny thing is, you don't have to be gay for that.
No.
I don't want someone using their religion to tell me how to live my life and what to do.
As a Christian, that's not what you're supposed to do anyway.
That's not what you're supposed
so,
to do.
No.
No.
You're in my wheelhouse. We talk about Christians.
Yeah,
I know how to
exactly.
be a Christian. A lot of people don't, and we've had that discussion. So anyway, worst had happened in Malaysia behind this raid. 2 lesbians were taken out in the street and caned. Caned.
For being
lesbians.
For being lesbians.
Girl, get you a Muslim society. That's all I'm saying. Peacekeeping motherfuckers in.
For being
I'm not
being
trying
lesbian.
to get killed behind this. All I'm saying is
for living your life the way that you want to
let
live
people
it.
live their lives. But the lesbians got lucky because you will never hear from those men again, ever. And trans women were beaten to the point of almost death. Again, the trans women got lucky too because the council for the Federation of Territory Islamic Behavior Department, girl. I don't mean no harm.
You know, I don't want,
but
I think that I want to make this, and this is my counterpoint. I think I want to make this quite clear.
Sure.
Yes, the things that are happening in Malaysia is because this should be a lesson. This should really be a lesson, especially to us in this country. You do not allow one religious group to rule. You do not allow one religious group.
And that's what's going on. And you know what? I don't
even
know. But I don't even know. Listen, I'm not the most learned person when it comes to locations, geography, or anything like that. Girl, I had a coach for geography in high school. I blame him for my bad grades.
Was he hot, girl?
Sitting there, girl, he was hot. He was Greek and he was beautiful.
Oh, good Lord!
And
that's why you didn't learn
Greek
it.
Country Greek with an accent.
That's why you didn't learn it.
He talked like this.
Let me tell you something. He sat there in those coaches' shorts because he was a coach. He was a football coach.
Those coaches'
shorts. Tight as hell. All I could do. And sat there with his legs open and it showed those shorts showed everything back in the day. And let me tell you, all I could do was look at, you know what I was looking at.
You know, I was a nerd in high school, and the only time that I ever even looked at the coach is when he sat down in this chair with those tight coaches shorts on, and that was the only time I didn't pay attention to anything that was going on except for the fact that, these shorts are a little tighter than they should be. And
I like it.
I love it.
Well, speaking of things that are tight or may not be tight, we're going to move on in some gay news. And this is interesting because I've never been in a relationship. I've never been married. If I were married.
Neither have I.
If I were married, you know what I wouldn't do? If my husband ever walked up in my fucking house and said, I think I want to try something different. I think maybe we should do a threesome. I'd say, you know what? You need to leave your key on the counter, pack your bags, and get your ass out of my house. Because I don't do threesomes. No. And a lot of, now, wait, let me finish. A lot of men say that it saved their marriages. But if that's what you need to bring in somebody else to save your marriage, girl, your marriage was done anyway.
Can I say this? Can I say this? Because I have thought about this for quite some time. I too have never been in a solid relationship. So I have always wondered. I always told myself that if I got with someone that and it is 100% true, I'd probably be 100% monogamous.
Oh, yeah.
I would probably be 100% monogamous.
Would you draw the line, though, if your husband came in and asked you that question?
See,
should we go out and find other people to keep our marriage together?
Can I say this? I will say that I'm not 100% opposed to that. And here's why I'm not opposed to that. Since gay marriage has become a legal thing in this country.
Yeah, now
yeah.
we're not playing at marriage. Marriage is real.
Yes. So
But marriage was real before that. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of gay men out there who've been calling themselves married their entire lives with other men, and because, but now it's legitimate,
now that it is a
so to speak,
legitimate thing, I always felt like that when we got to this point, we were able to define marriage the way that we wanted to. I felt like that when it comes to heterosexual marriage is, to me, and I'm going to be honest, heterosexual marriage is, to me, you meet a woman, you have kids, that's what you do. Your thing is to do that because you're heterosexual. That is what you do because you're...
But not everybody does that.
But let me finish. When you do that, that is what you are supposed to do. But then, when I started to hang around with heterosexuals and feel like that there are different... Even in heterosexual marriages...
everybody does their own thing.
Everybody does their own thing. To meet couples who don't want to have kids, who just want to be on their own, and they have to explain to their heterosexual friends why they don't want to have kids.
Listen,
Why?
there's nothing worse. My sister and her husband decided not to have children. And there's nothing worse than being in an office environment and some prissy-ass bitch comes up and says, this is when my sister was in her 20s. And some prissy-ass bitch comes up and says, I'm pregnant. When are you going to have a baby? And my sister says, I don't want children. And then bitch has a frown on her face and says, do you not like kids? And my sister said, and I quote, I love children. That's why I'm not having it. Because if I did, I wouldn't treat them right. And so, guess what? You take your ass away from my goddamn desk and mind your own motherfucking
That's
business.
knowing your own truth. And I think that is...
Mind your own business, bitch.
And I think that when it comes to gay relationships, when it comes to marriage, we have those options. So the idea of a third person...
But we've been adopting children before we were even legally married.
But the idea of a third person in a relationship, in a committed relationship, I think that it takes a lot of conversations. I think it takes a lot of the idea of that for two people to say, yes, that's okay.
But here's something that...
But for two of us, by the way, we are talking two of us who have never been in a relationship. Never been in a relationship.
Of that magnitude.
Never been in a relationship of that magnitude. I don't want to leave the idea off the table.
That's your table. My table is this. If
But
I ever got in one, I wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know why I wouldn't do it. Because guess what? You and I, and bitch, yes, I pointed a finger at this motherfucker because both of us are guilty of one thing. We've been the third party.
Yes, but...
Between two husbands. And guess why we were there? Because one man wanted us there. The other man went along. But the other man, the man that wanted us, was the reason we were invited into that relationship.
And I have been...
And so...
By the way, I've also been in that with a heterosexual couple.
Oh, that's so nasty.
I have been in that same situation with a heterosexual... Well, I won't say this. That's not right. With a bisexual couple who are man and woman. And I've been in that situation.
Doesn't help. It's still nasty. There's a woman involved. I don't understand.
By the way,
it's out of my wheelhouse.
In that relationship, all she wanted to do was watch.
See, I heard about this girl years ago.
So I've
with
been
an air conditioner repairman. You know who you are.
I've been in a lot of what I would consider really beautiful relationships. And yes, I will say that.
They're beautiful.
They are beautiful relationships.
In their own way, I'm sure.
I've been in a lot of beautiful relationships where I have been the facilitator, the third person, that kind of thing. And I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
Oh, I always enjoyed myself.
I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
I was the center of attention, so you know how I am. I always enjoy myself when I'm the center of attention.
But I've also been in those same relationships when it came to two gay men. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself at that time, too.
And I think we all know that I was talking about a gay relationship.
Those men have remained together.
And I think that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
And
the study says there is no real data on that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I just think that when it comes to, like I said, when we talk about gay marriage, I think that we're talking about a field that we have never been involved in before.
Oh,
and we're now starting to understand what we can do from this.
But what I was saying earlier is that we have been involved with that. We weren't allowed to put it on paper and to get attorneys involved, God forbid, if we divorce. But now it's on paper and the taxes and the most important thing about gay marriage is that we have rights. We have rights within everything. You know, now we can't be refused if, God forbid, your husband's hit by a car or something happens.
But you
can't be refused. And you can tell his mama, you can't come in the hospital room. Turn that table.
But here's the thing: you would be taken care of if you and your husband.
Yeah,
if you and
your
husband
now you can get his pension.
Yes, if you.
That's a good thing. It's wonderful.
But if you had a third party involved, if you and your husband had set up all the stuff that you need to set up, you would have already set that up.
Yeah, but the third party thing is fleeting.
The third party is fleeting, and it's fun.
Fleeting.
It's fun, and it's
I
just a little
like
thing.
the third party thing because I was, I didn't want to. I'm trying to get, but that's the thing. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't do it because I ended up sleeping with this man behind his husband's back. It wasn't always, above board.
By the way, this is why we do this show, because this is what we need to understand. We need to understand, what do we want personally for ourselves? And personally for us, would you... Let me ask Randy, my co-host, a question. Would you like to be 100% in a monogamous relationship?
Oh, I would be if I were in a relationship. But I've always been monogamous, even with the men that I've been with in the past. We talked about that. They're not monogamous.
Now,
I'm monogamous.
Now,
I'm always monogamous because I don't play around.
Now, ask me the same question.
I dare say I know the answer, but Joel, would you like to be in a monogamous relationship?
Not 100%.
I heard that.
Because I enjoy the idea of... Here's the thing. As a single man, and I've been a single man for a long time, and I think you have been too.
Welcome.
As a single man for a long time, I've enjoyed fantastic sex with a lot of men. And
sounds kind of harsh.
And the thing is that I am not ashamed of the fact that I have. So the thing is that if I were to hook up with a man who
you don't think you could change your ways?
I think that I would be okay with being monogamous. I think that if
your husband insisted?
Yes, if he insisted, yes, I would do that.
Because he might want to lock it down.
But
could you be locked down?
No. I'm going to be honest. No. I think this is honest.
That's okay.
I guess
that's why we're here, to be honest.
I guess if I'm going to be honest, no, I don't think I can be locked down. I like to I like to be free and do the things that I like to do. And I don't like the idea of being constricted.
Mm-hmm.
But if I met a man who I really wanted to be with and everything else, and we were locking it down sexually,
Right.
if we are locking it down sexually, then no, I would not cheat. I would not. But
All right, we need to lock something else down.
at the same time, if he wanted to bring in a third party,
I heard that.
I would not have a problem with that.
I heard that.
I would not have a problem.
Well,
I
we're
think it would be
about
fun.
to go, and so before we go, I just want to talk about one last thing that.
Oh, we still have plenty of time to talk about it.
Well,
We still have plenty of time.
There's some water on the moon, girl. Yes, Queen. There is water on the moon.
Mhm.
Jim Bridenson of New Vision found some water. But you know what? This is a weird thing. The analysis came from a spacecraft that was built in India. India.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to India. Love y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But don't you bitches need some plumbing?
Oh, by the way,
How you gonna spend all your money on a spacecraft when people don't have fucking running water? I don't mean no harm, but damn.
but the India Supreme Court is about to make a change. They're about to either allow being gay or not. The India Supreme Court is about to make that huge judgment.
I think that's fantastic. But you
Huge
know what else
judgment
would be?
that most of the people in India have been fighting for quite some time.
And that's
And
a
this
wonderful
is
thing.
that
That's
is a wonderful thing. That is a wonderful thing.
But
So,
wouldn't it be nice, instead of building a damn spacecraft, to have all these gay people in India shitting in toilets and having running goddamn water? That would be nice. I don't mean no harm, but that would be nice.
That would be nice. But here's the thing: India is about to do that.
Well,
They're
that's
about
good.
to make a major change in the idea of gay and lesbian relationships and everything else. They are about to do that.
Well, I think that's wonderful.
And the India Supreme Court is about to make a major judgment about that.
Mm-hmm.
If they go against this, it would be horrible.
Well,
This is a
if
country
they go
full.
against it, it
This
would
is a
be
country
horrible.
close to 1 billion people.
Mhm.
If they made that judgment, it would be terrible.
It would be terrible. But
But
what else would be terrible
do
is
not
more
think-
people crapping in the streets rather than
But I don't think that India is about to do that. I think
getting good
India is about to say that
water
yes,
and plumbing and all that
yes,
good stuff.
being gay is okay. I think that India
You know
is about
what?
to do that.
I'm glad for that. But
Mhm.
stay out of space and stay in your own goddamn...
I think that India is about to do that,
girl.
and I have more hope in India than I have in any country. I think we only have like 2 minutes.
We do. So we better say goodbye.
I'm gonna.
And shout out to India. And I'm happy y'all are getting your shit together with gay
I
people.
hope so.
And they will. But stop
But here's the
sending
thing.
spacecrafts into space and start building a proper
I'm gonna say this.
plumbing system and water system. And
Mhm.
girl, if there's water on the moon and you got a spacecraft up there, take some damn ice down and do what you can for plumbing, okay?
India is about to change.
They are about to change.
India is about to
And
change.
we're about to go.
India is about to change what Africa might do.
Yes,
And
indeed.
I'm thinking that if India does this, Africa is going to change their minds. And I need India. I need India. The people in the government in India. I need people in the Supreme Court in India to understand something. You are 1 billion people. And part of your people are gay, lesbian, transgendered, and what have you. Get rid of that law. Please get rid of that law, because
Exactly.
if you do that, then I know for certain that Africa will do the same thing. And Africa needs to do the same thing. Africa, most of Africa has been terrorized by evangelicals who've gone over there and told them that they need to do their, oh, you can't have gays doing this and blah, blah, blah. You cannot do that.
Well, no,
No, you cannot do that.
I
No,
don't agree with that either.
I'm sorry, I'm
I
not
don't
saying
agree
that.
with that either. I mean, I don't agree with anybody telling anybody how to
Yeah,
live their lives.
exactly. I need India to say this. Say that gay and lesbian lives are real. Gay, lesbian, transgender lives are real. I need you to do that. Because that's what you need to do, because Africa needs to hear that. And the only country in Africa that has ever heard that is South Africa. And I don't want to visit just South Africa. I want to visit all of Africa. I want all of Africa to understand something. You have to listen to India. If you're going to be a world economic power, you have to understand something, that we are part of that.
Well,
We are a part of that. And the people that are in your country who are gay and lesbian, you have to understand that they have to be a part of that. And by
Yes.
the way, they can make your country so great it's ridiculous.
well, and so that wraps up another show, and y'all, I look forward to talking to y'all next week. Joel is going to be on a cruise. And he is so
Vacation's all
happy.
I ever wanted.
And I'm happy for him
Vacation's
going
all
on
I
his
ever
cruise
needed.
with Miss.
I'm going to Miami. I'm going on the cruise. I'm going to have a great time. I'm going to do all this stuff. By the way, next week's show will be led by Randy.
Yes. We're
And
just
who else?
establishing that.
Well,
And I'll have special guests on.
Mhm.
They're secret special guests, and some of them have musical talent. Yes,
you're doing all this
bitch.
stuff while I'm away? Wait, you're doing all this
Yes,
stuff while I'm away?
bitch. We're over. We can be over. Yes.
You're
So
doing all
I'm
this
having
stuff?
musical talent, and my mama's gonna be up in her. And so, yes.
In my house? You better make sure my house is clean when you leave.
Bitch, you clean your own goddamn house.
I
man.
will
I
clean my own goddamn house, but you gotta be bringing
Okay.
all these people into my house.
You know
doing
what?
this
We're,
show.
on that note, we're gonna go.
We are gonna go.
Y'all have a good night, good day, and I'll tell you what, we'll talk to you later.